Thank you again for watching our first episode last week, and thank you for all the great questions and comments that you guys sent our way. I'm Luis.
And I'm Mitchell, and you're watching MDC Talks. Today, we're going to be answering some of those questions you had. So sit back, relax, and hopefully we answer the burning questions you had on interior design and home staging.
Yes, and hopefully we don't talk too much. Okay, so the first question is, I've seen you do a few posts about pillows. Why the fascination with pillows?
I'm fascinated by pillows. Everywhere we go, if I find one, he already understands, oh, I guess we're buying pillows today. Beginning with the inserts, I love a feather down pillow. It fluffs much easier. It's more long lasting than a polyfill, which is man-made, and it will clump up and kind of leave a saggy pillow, down the road if it gets use. So I prefer a nice fluffy down and feather-filled pillow. They're natural fiber, they're feather. So they have a long history of being in pillows, and they're a little bit more luxurious than a polyfill. They evoke that luxury chop that many people may or may not like. I am a chopper. And then, there's so much flexibility with pillows. You can purchase pillow covers now almost at every retailer. You don't have to splurge on crazy expensive pillows. They can be very pricey. But in the overall, they're fairly, inexpensive in the sense of, they're a fraction of the cost of, furniture pieces and case goods. So, they're a great accessory to really bring in some texture, some depth, as well as color into your space.
Yeah, they're very versatile, and you can change it up, and seasonal as well. You can just change the pillow covers and get a different look for the season.
Right.
But the pillow itself, as long as you have a good quality insert, you can have many different looks.
Yeah. And a tip, always make sure that you use inserts that are at least 2 to 3 inches larger than the pillow cover you're using. So if you're going to use a pillow cover that's a 20-inch, buy a 22-inch pillow insert. It will give it much more loft and feel a lot more plump.
Yes. And then on a practical side for our home staging business, having the feather down pillows, it's easier for transport. They squeeze together. We can jam a bunch of them into a trash bag or into a tote
and flatten them out.
Yes. So we love our pillows here at MDC. We are pillow addicts, or Mitch is a pillow addict, and I'm a convert on the pillow now.
That's why we have,
yes,
a few rooms full of them.
Just pillows. Yep.
Stacked to the ceiling.
Next question is, how do you deal with wrinkles on towels, linens, bedding, etc.? This is a good one for home staging.
Yeah, but I feel like home stagers probably already know that trick. What we do, of course, we have handheld steamers, and those are great whenever we have really pesky. A lot of times, like linen, we'll get some real heavy creasing or wrinkle in it. If it's not meant to have that wrinkled or aged look, then it can be quite troublesome. Yeah. So that's where the handheld steamer comes in great.
For the stubborn wrinkles.
Yeah, but recently, Luis came across Downy Wrinkle Release. It's in a spray can, and that thing kind of changed my world because it works very well on loads of different fabrics. Yeah. And it's almost instant with many of the fabrics. You spray it on.
We use it on curtains, we use it on towels, on the bedding, and everything. And it's a little bit more of an investment than a steamer because you use it a lot, but it works great.
Right.
Sometimes immediately, sometimes it takes a little while to work, but for the most part, you spray it in, you pull it, you hold it taut for a little while, and then the wrinkles just go away.
Yeah. And with the average stage, I would say we probably use about a half a can, if that. We're not using, can after can on each stage. So it is pretty long lasting. Of course, I don't know any stager that's fully steaming all of the sheets that you put maybe on your mattress
Like
that are
the
going to be
fitted,
covered.
yeah, the
I mean,
fitted.
you're never going to see these things.
But
So
anything that's,
only the
anything
visual
that's
aspects where
anything that's visual that you can see, it'll get steamed to get rid of the wrinkles.
yeah, I don't want anyone laying in that bed.
So we spent quite a bit of time with our steamer in the beginning. So we're always trying to find ways to minimize the time spent on flattening or
Right.
getting rid of wrinkles. So if you guys have any other tips, we're more than welcome to hear them. But yeah, another thing that we've tried is we carry around a little spray bottle that we fill with hot water, and then you just mist it with the hot water. You lay it down, or you pat it, and then that seems to work a lot for the bed for sheets.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're always looking for new tips and new ways to get rid of wrinkles. So, you guys have anything to say? We're more than welcome to hear it. Okay, so the next question is, how do you pick furniture for your vacant staging projects?
Well, that one's a little bit more detailed. We select furniture after we've done a pre-walkthrough on the home. We want to make sure that everything will fit in the space well, so we'll take measurements, we'll do photographs, we'll also kind of jot down a palette that's going throughout the house, because we just want to be cohesive with that color palette. We want to bring those colors out and make it look like it was intentional. So we like to do a more bespoke style in our staging so that every staged home feels unique in a sense. We will go through our accessories, we'll go through our pillows that we talked about, bedding, and then your main furniture pieces as well that will work well with that space. So that's really how we do the selection. We select it per the home, not necessarily, oh, well, I've got 3 sofas, so just take that one. We would never want to do that in our staging.
Yeah, and then when we do the walkthrough, that's when we think about, okay, we're doing a sofa here, 2 chairs, a whatever, coffee table, side table, and then we just kind of write down the number of pieces, the same with artwork and everything. And then afterwards, when we go back to the warehouse, based on the overall look of the home and the color and then the palette that Mitch has in mind, that's when we pick the actual furniture. We will say, okay, this couch will look best with the style. So there's a little bit of, it's not a science, but it's kind of more involved before the staging. That's where a lot of the work happens and a lot of the planning, and because we want to go in as prepare as we can for the actual staging. But yeah, we do enjoy picking these furnitures and making each project different, and each project shines on its own. So
right.
we're not always,
clearly they're not homes that we're doing interior design for someone living. We're doing it to market to the masses. So we want a cohesive palette throughout, nothing too crazy in color, something that's too eye-catching.
But at the same time, you still wanted to target a specific demographic, or because depending on where the house is or the home or the apartment, you know the kind of buyer that it's going to be. So we do some research, we look at the community, we look at other homes for sale in the area, and then we create that staging based on all of that. So it's fun. It's fun. And we don't play favorites. So we're always very proud of each and every one of our projects, regardless of size or price point.
Absolutely.
Okay, so just one last question. It's what's your favorite room to stage? We get this question asked a lot. I think everyone always is curious about what room is our favorite, and Mitch has.
What's yours?
I personally love kitchens, because I feel like a kitchen sells a home.
Is the heart of the home.
Yes, and I spend a lot of time in the kitchen. Yes, so I do like to pay close attention to our kitchens, and a lot of times, you see, kitchens just it's like an afterthought. They put like a little plant here or something, and it's just, to me, it's not very. it doesn't make any.
The 4 bottles of Perrier and
Yeah, it doesn't create.
Although we do add bottled water.
It doesn't really create anything for me when I walk into a home and I just see like a empty kitchen, and you don't want to clutter the kitchen or the counters, but you still want to find something that
invites
you in and that it's memorable. So I personally love the kitchens, and I'm always on his case of like, oh, don't forget to get enough stuff for the kitchen, because kitchens are important. Now for him, it's different.
Yeah, so my favorite room I can't answer because it's kind of a global wash for me. When I walk into a home and I'm doing like a pre-staging walkthrough, there's something about a room or a space specifically that I fall in love with. And I instantly am just like, this room is going to be amazing. I know exactly what I want to place here. I have that image in my head, and that's where it's really exciting for me because I get to, make it come to life. And typically, when I am excited about a specific room or a space in a home, it comes out looking amazing, and I always love it. So that's my favorite room. So it depends on the home. It depends on, what it's telling me, how I'm feeling about the space, where I can come in and, bring, some of my artistic value into the home and make it a showpiece for buyers to fall in love with.
So whether it's like a blank wall, that he walks into a home and just like, oh, it's a blank wall. And then in his head, he's already seeing like what he would do. And then it kind of evolves from there. Like you imagine what you would put on that wall, and then
what I bring into the space around it.
So it's a great creative way for him. For me, it's a little frustrating sometimes because I need to have more of a plan.
Yeah, it's definitely a great outlet.
Yeah,
that's what I love about staging.
It works. It always, ends up looking amazing. So I trust the vision. I've learned to trust the vision. Let's say that. I don't fight. I don't fight back.
Progress. You don't fight progress.
Yes. So it's great, and we kind of work well together. And then the team, when we're working with the team, they kind of know to let him like do his thing, and then we kind of work around him. So we make a good partnership.
But I mean, with any team, though, I've noticed they are now understanding my design language, so it's not difficult. I can place those accessories on a table and say, okay, I need this vignette created, and now they've kind of gotten into this flow through watching. Well, how does he typically want things? Does he like pairings of 3? I see them here.
So you will move it a million times and until it's perfect. And we've learned to deal with that. But it is. But I think that's gonna be the last question for today. I didn't want to like get this to be too long, but we definitely are always wanting to know what you guys think and what other questions or topics do you guys want us to talk about. So keep them coming. We'll be happy to keep answering and have specific topics or different topics or more Q&As.
Yeah.
So keep those questions coming.
Fun things in, maybe things that we've learned over the years now. Yep. Tricks that I like to utilize.
But yes, so thank you for tuning in today. Make sure to follow our Instagram, and you can also follow us now on TikTok, believe it or not. Yes, we're on TikTok.
Yes.
And then
Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, we're at MDC Fine Living.
On all of the social media platforms.
Yeah.
So.
And then if you've got direct questions, remember that email address is info@mdcfineliving.com.
Or you can call us at 281-588-0096. Yeah.
I think we're good.
We're good. Thank you guys again. We'll see you next time.
Have a great day.